Let's get a better applause, please, for my ego. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we back in this bitch, guys. God damn, I love it. What's up, gang? How you doing, huh? All right. What are you doing? I put my drink down. Nice, dude. What are you sipping on? Tequila soda. Yeah. Whoa, that got a response. We tequila sodas people in the house? Yeah. Huh? You motherfuckers drink fucking Don Julio tequila? Huh? That's the only type of tequila I'm on. I don't know about you fucking pieces of shit. Yeah, I drink it.
Herradura? That's another one, right?
Is that a tequila?
I never drank tequila much.
Yeah. No, you were an alcoholic in Austin, Texas. You never drank tequila?
No, a lot of Tito's vodka. The thing about being like an actual alcoholic is you just drink whatever. You're not like if there's like a beer shot. I would have a 20-minute conversation about beers I liked that I thought were good. And I'd get to the bar and I'd be like, let me get the MGD with the old granddad combo. And I'll drink 9 of those, and then I'll drive.
You were a fucking lightweight when you were drunk. Fucking bitch. Yeah. You could never drink beers.
Tell that to all the rear view mirrors I took off that. He's a lightweight now, Geico. Insurance company would beg to differ.
Can you get certified? Like, I'm not a lightweight, like, I'm not a bitch, so these fucking rear views, they're covered. You know what I mean? Like, if you shotgun enough beers at Geico, they just let you get, like, 10 free rear views.
You know what's funny? That is actually why I quit drinking, is because I got lost driving home drunk one night. And I took off like in Petworth, like an entire block of rearview mirrors. And I felt so bad about it. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I should stop, but then I'll just go to jail. And I didn't stop. And I didn't even drive for like 3 weeks after that. I didn't drink, but I didn't drive either. I felt so guilty about it. I'm like, what if somebody did that to me? And then I started driving again, and I was in the city like 3 weeks later, and I did it again. I took off like 3 or 4, and it's like fucking cost doing business. You know, in the city, so fucking learn how to tuck your mirrors in. So the booze gave me empathy. So who knows if it was a good idea to quit or not.
You're a much better person as a drunk. I agree. You used to be so complimentary of my stand-up. Yeah, you had to be drunk to do that. Yeah, it's true. Because Adam sucks. Yeah. Huh? Who's with me, huh? Yeah, fuck Adam, right? Fuck Adam. Fuck Adam. Fuck Adam. There we go. We had a couple. Oh yeah, you're done, dude. I'm done. I'm kicked off. Any other Jews in here want to take Adam's spot? That's how they let us stay on the airwaves. We have one Jew. There's gonna be a rotating.
You came through on the one last night. That was kind of a stinker.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. A little bit of Kurt's conspiracy theories.
Yeah, Kurt yelled.
I don't know if you guys are premium subscribers, but get this man a beer. We don't have that power, but right. Spiritually, I'm buying you a drink, buddy. We should give them a name. Chapo gives the premium
Cum Boys,
guys a
right?
name. Stavi's Golden Angels. Stavi's Golden Angels. That's what we have to call them.
That sounds like a charity, though. That has to be kids that are getting fat way too early. It's like they have both type 1 and 2 diabetes before they can count to 2.
That's fine. I'll teach them how to eat pussy. We'll have pussy eating classes, and they'll live a fine life. You can live a fine life as an obese man if you know how to eat pussy. That's true. That's the charter. That's the fucking mission statement of my charity. Are the levels good?
I'm paranoid about it because the last one people were complaining.
Whatever, dude. What? Who complained? Who cares?
I think I do pretty well for somebody that just took one trip to B&H Photo and read a placard.
And you know what those people are like. Right?
They're actually very friendly. They're very helpful.
I don't know about that. Not to me.
And well, when you're buying things from them, it's very nice to you. Over a B&H Photo.
Yeah, I look like a browser. In
Any store I'm in, they know I'm gonna go on Amazon and see how much it is.
You just have your phone out, price checking everything.
Last time I was there, I saw there was like a French family, and the French dad was like trying on one of those virtual reality headsets, and I just started laughing about him putting it on and being like, "What the fuck? I still smell like shit. I am still gay and smell. It does not work."
Weren't we talking about just going into a store, putting those on, and just like fucking doing this? It's like,
oh, I love virtual reality. That's got to be the most hack bit.
Who cares? It's awesome, dude.
The store.
It's our Has anybody done that? Has anybody gone into a VR store and pretended to get head?
Is anyone here 16 years old? That's just fucking doing it. Our angle is that we're 30.
But still really fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah, well, that's our charm.
That's the brand, baby.
Has anyone tried that virtual reality stuff yet? You have? Which ones you do?
This weekend, my friend brought it up to the house we were staying in.
Okay, well, which one? Like which virtual? Did you do the porn? Because everyone says I tried it. It's pretty cool, and then eventually they admit that they did the porn one. Because that's what everybody wants.
You did.
Was that what you were doing? No comment.
She definitely did the porn for a second at least.
You can get Google Maps on there too, like Google Street View.
Could you walk into someone's house and fuck them? Could you have like a virtual rendering of anyone? Just like you just get the.
Well, that's the future. I mean, that's like celebrity nudes, like all the actresses throughout their career in the 70s and 80s and 90s that were like, no, I have integrity. I don't need to get naked. And then Adobe came out with Photoshop, and they're like, yeah, we'll see about that. It's like an entire
I love a good fake.
I remember trying to tell my dad that Helen Mirren had a good body still. And so we looked up Helen Mirren bikini together on the computer, and there were all those like Photoshops of like just two cocks. And it's like, he was just, I can't believe Helen Mirren would do that. And I was like, Dad, this is fake. He's like,
I saw very convincing Mary Poppins porn earlier today. Someone like really spent the time to Photoshop like stills from Mary Poppins, but you know she's got a dick in her mouth. And then they add captions to all that.
Full of semen.
Yeah, well that's it. That's the only joke to go with for Mary Poppins. So if you type in Mary Poppins porn, there's like 3 or 4 images, and they're like, well, I'm gonna need a spoonful of sugar with this, and then they've literally blown their load on that joke.
What about? There's some other ones. What else is Mary Poppins? Super Kamala fragilistic penis a la pussy.
I don't remember Mary Poppins, so
that's good.
It'll quickly go on the sound.
Thank you.
Was
it good?
I've actually never seen Mary Poppins.
I've only beaten off to the porn. I didn't do anything for it. I never wanted to fuck Mary Poppins. We talked about who the hottest Disney princess though was, right, Jasmine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah. She got ass too.
They're all the same.
They're
literally all the same drawing.
She had an ass.
So you just want to fuck a type of colored pencil. They're all the same features.
Dude, I guarantee you if we lined them all up, some of them have bigger titties than the other ones.
Yeah? Has BuzzFeed done that yet?
Ariel just had the shells. She was definitely stuffing underneath.
There's some prawns in there.
Yeah. Well, underneath the fish part, there was just a big tit. There's one big bottom of the body.
I could deal with that. Just a pussy tit. That's what you were pitching, right?
Yeah, the bottom. Yeah.
Are there girls here right now?
How many of you have thought about the pussy tit in The Little Mermaid?
Yeah, no, you're going to hell.
What's going on with Ursula's? Everybody is like, where's Ariel's vagina? But like, what's Ursula's?
She's under there.
Well, if it's anatomically correct, it's a beak.
That makes so much sense. Like, she definitely has a beak pussy.
Yeah,
100%.
She sucks, Ursula.
That's your stance on Ursula? You're anti-Ursula?
I'm pro good guys, anti-bad guys. That's the kind of guy I am. Damn, I watch a movie and I always root for the good guys.
What did you do when you watched? What about complicated anti-heroes?
They're good guys to me.
Like Gaston, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Gaston's a great character. He's not even really, a bad. Like
He's
who?
got huge
Why would you
tits,
assume? Why would you
Gaston.
assume that Belle is staying in that castle by her own volition? He's literally a monster. That's not him overstepping his bounds by being like, well,
that actually is the only
she loves
good
that
thing
that
Gaston-
bear wolf. What's that?
That's the only good thing Gaston did.
Right.
Was try and save her.
Yeah. Well,
Was there
no,
anyone
he
else
was a
to try
very
and fuck?
inclusive member of the community. He had that bar. He didn't have to hang out with all those losers. He sat at that bar and he would sing songs with them. He could just go hunt with his rich family.
Yeah, he was way hotter than everyone else in that town.
He's a
You
good
thought
guy.
Gaston was hot?
He should have moved to Paris,
What about Gaston as sexy?
Wasn't that Paris though? Wasn't that supposed to be Paris?
No, it was like Notre Dame. That's
Got a movie about the other one.
This is our whole podcast, is us just getting movie facts from it. You guys like that part where we're just like, that fucking, that bitch that was,
Where's Notre Dame?
Paris.
It's right under the Eiffel Tower. So a little less silly.
Yeah.
Is there a princess in that movie, the Hunchback movie?
There's Esmeralda. She's
Does
a
she
gypsy.
fuck? Does she? Oh, what a shitty princess to be a movie in.
Well, it's the Hunchback's princess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
about
that's
right.
kind of unfair for her.
Just a sexy poor person.
Yeah.
That's what a hunchback gets. He doesn't get royalty. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He doesn't get ocean royalty. Fuck that.
That's the problem with the gypsies is they have sex with you and then they rob you.
Oh, she was a gypsy.
Tricky fingers.
Oh, that's nice. How does that feel to say about a different ethnicity? Does that
What do you mean?
feel good? You know.
Stop. The Nazis are back. You gotta stop.
Any Nazis in here? Probably, right? Just guessing off where men are
You gotta buddy up to them so that when you do have to like hide your friends, they don't suspect you. That's what Schindler did. I mean, if you watch Schindler's List, that's exactly how he did it. It starts off and he befriends all the Nazis. That's the most important scene in the movie. It's also as far as I've watched in the Schindler.
That movie's fun.
Yeah, and then he starts his own podcast in Czechoslovakia. It's like all of these Jews work on my podcast. They all get 1% of the Patreon. And the Nazis are like, well, I guess he keeps roasting them every episode. This is on our side.
That's a good Holocaust joke. That's good. Plenty of Nazis listen to our podcast.
It's kind of upsetting. I have people like tweeting me, they're like, love the show, man. I'm like, thanks, man. And I'll click on their profile and there's like maps of migration patterns to Europe. Alright. Whoops.
We were talking about how Nick and I were talking the other day about how the head of the alt-right think tank that did that like thing in DC a couple weeks ago with Tequila, how he has the Macklemore haircut.
Yeah. I love that Macklemore lost that. He tried to take it back.
Yeah.
He tried to bring back the Hitler Youth haircut but make it for himself. And then, like 2 years later, Nazis.
Ours.
Yeah. He just made it okay for them. He just made it look like a cool haircut.
Yeah. He's gonna be responsible for they're gonna repeal gay marriage and it's gonna be Macklemore's fault. Everything he tried to fix is gonna be broken. It's gonna be his fault. That's the one thing. It will like if there are public executions. I was saying I feel like the first like 45 of them I'm gonna be totally on board.
Oh yeah. Macklemore. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Dora the Explorer. Somehow they find a way to kill Dora the Explorer. They get Dip from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We're gonna get China to pay for the dip.
I met someone from Who.
Oh shit! This is a great story.
You did?
Drop the bomb, dude.
I don't know, dude. Her nephew is here. I don't know him. I met the voice of Jessica Rabbit.
She Skyped into
came to my Thanksgiving
voice only
meal at my house.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a joke. It's a brag. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That is cool. I guess I don't know what the response from an audience is supposed to be.
There's necessarily
In conversation, you'd be like, why isn't that should be a job you can do, is just go on stage and impress people? Yeah, I met Robert
a stand-up impression.
Yeah, Robert De Niro said I was pretty cool. Like, oh.
Yeah, I'm an impressionist. Oh, you do impressions? No, I impress people on stage. It's a new thing.
Yeah, I can do 200 push-ups in under 3 minutes.
All right, yeah. How we feeling about this? You guys,
how are you guys
stand
feeling?
up?
They were warmed up from the get-go, so
Yeah.
You guys ready for a great show?
Let's get the claps back in the room, guys. How about that?
That's a good way to end it on just a story that went nowhere. That
Just went nowhere.
I've met a famous person.
Yeah, well, she came to my apartment, guys, that I share with
Keep
4
going.
people.
And what did you prepare? A little ass mac and cheese. This motherfucker. Was it little? The people at the Thanksgiving. Was that a little ass mac and cheese?
No, we had leftovers.
Shut up. Was it?
By the way, Stav couldn't do the podcast yesterday because it took him 7 hours to drive home because he had to stop at Auntie Anne's twice in Lincoln.
It was one time. Honestly, it was one time, and I also had a Whopper with bacon.
Dude, I had a good Burger King the other day.
Did you?
Burger King's back. I had a really
Was
good
it ever
Burger
gone?
King.
The fries are underrated.
The fries are really very good. Better than McDonald's.
Burger King is the worst song.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
It's Carl's Jr., then like Wendy's.
Where's the Carl's Jr.? Where have you seen a Carl's Jr.?
They have
I don't know if
Hardee's.
there's any in the city.
They have Hardee's.
Yeah,
on these
Hardee's. Yeah, it's the same restaurant.
Alright, well, I gotta get
Well,
it.
I shit my pants in your car that one time from Carl's Jr.
Was that Carl's Jr.?
Yeah, Hardee's.
Hardee's.
That's where that
Oh yeah, that guy we
that
saw.
old
I think we probably already told this story. I think it was the last show, but there was a guy. We were on our way to Richmond to do some show, and there's this portly, just
a
late
wad-
50s, this waddling,
waddly
beard.
kind of guy.
Yeah, like he, like that model train enthusiast look where he kind of puts the hat on at home and he's talking. He's like chatting up the woman behind the register
Forever.
for the entire time we're eating. So we finished our meal. And then they bring out this, almost like, he was getting his baggage from the airport. These giant bags filled with food. And he takes this massive amount of food. And he goes, all right, see you tomorrow.
Fucking loser, right?
And then he shit his pants in the car.
And then I shit my pants. Yeah.
That guy could stomach way more Hardee's than you, bitch. That guy was a real hero.
He had more stomach. Let's just...
Don't give him that.
First comic of the night. How does that sound?
Yeah, you guys ready for your first comic?
I think you guys will really like him. He's not Jewish, but he looks like he is.
I think he just stepped on one of his jokes.
Sorry.
It's all right. How about, guys, a nice big round of applause for Ian Finance, everybody. Come on.
Hey gang, ready to have fun? Yeah, so I know I look Jewish, but I'm not. What if I got really mad? I was like, you motherfucker! You fat piece of shit! Thank you guys for bringing up the Nazis before I came up. I really appreciate that. And Gaston, too. I think Gaston's amazing, and you know who doesn't get a lot of play? His gay friend in the movie. Remember his hype man? The dude who was like, hey Gaston, you can do anything. You have the biggest dick. You're such a better reader than Belle. Yeah, man. I know. I do look Jewish, right? Right? Yeah? Don't, me? I know what I am. I know what I am and I know what I'm not. Yeah, man, I love it, though. It's great when people get mad at me for not being the race they've assigned me on the inside of their head. It's fucking, I get yelled at all the time. This woman on an elevator is like, can I ask you something? "You're Jewish, right?" It's like, "Did you just place a bet with yourself?" She's like, "You're Jewish." I'm like, "No." She's like, "What? With that hair and that nose?" I'm gonna tell you, I feel like you tricked me. It's like, lady, we're fucking strangers. Tricked you into what? Being yourself? You filthy fucking bigot? And I'm kidding. That does not make you a bigot or a racist if you think that I'm Jewish, but if I call a Puerto Rican a Dominican, I'm gonna hear about it. Why does that work? Yeah, man, every fucking asshole just got so tight right there. I love it. Dude, look, black, white, brown, whatever, the only color that matters is green. You know what I mean? And none of us have it, you know? So, we're all just a bunch of boogers floating on a snot rocket through space, you know? So fucking, loosen your butthole. Yeah, man. What? Gaston had such a nice butthole. Yeah, man. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ian. My name is Ian. Hello. My last name is a bit tough. My last name is I gotta spell it out. It's Fidance. Fidance. And people always mess it up all the time. And so when I spell it out, I like to have fun, you know. So I'll be like, F is in Frank, I is in indestructible, and dance as in the robot. And that's a fun thing that nobody likes. Nobody likes it. And I keep doing it. I'm not going to stop. And most of the people say the same thing. They're like, "Sir, please leave this bank." And I'm like, "As you wish." It's my name. Dance. I got to do it, man. You know, come on. Thank you, Stav. Yeah, man. I love it. People mispronounce my name all the time, and I get like a bunch of different... I get like finance, I get fidance, I get fidance, which I love. Fidance, that sounds cheap and expensive all at the same time. Like, fidance sounds like a bag of Italian wine, doesn't it? Yo, we getting fucked up on fidance tonight. What's up? Hell yeah. My dick's falling off. You drink like a bag of fidance, you just go to some chick, you're like, "What's up, girl? Call me the MTA, because I'm trying to fuck you." Like, sir, you've had way too much fidance. You're cut off. Yeah, man. I don't drink the old fidance anymore. I don't drink. Yeah, that's right. Call me Trump, because that transition was awful. Yeah, man. I don't drink, and I used to hate it, but it's, you know, who I am. So what the fuck? I can't fucking run from it. You know what I mean? And people always ask like a million fucking questions when you tell them you don't drink. You know, like, and I get it. Like, people, I'm a fucking alien. Like, anybody in here not drink? Anyone? You didn't even clap. You raised your hand. That's how sad you are, you know? Just, I guess. And I get it. Like, it's people have a million... Because, like, nobody goes out on a home run. You know what I mean? Like, nobody quits on a high note, you know? Nobody's ever been like, "Oh, alcohol? You mean that magic elixir that makes everything better, and if I drink enough of it, I might even get laid?" No, thank you. I'd much rather be nervous all the time. That's what I would. Yeah, man, when you stop drinking, you're like a fucking tooth in a wind tunnel. You're just a fucking raw nerve, you know? Like, you feel everything. I got sober and I was in my room at 3 a.m. watching one of those Soldier Come Home videos, you know? Where it's like, "This dog has been waiting for 5 years to lick its ass and then kiss a man." I was just crying, and my roommate knocked on my door, and I was like, "No, don't come in here. I'm naked." Like, instead of being like a grown man in touch with my feelings, I'd rather him think I'm just dancing around naked at 3 a.m. Just like, "Don't come in here. I'm naked. I'm emotionally naked." And it's fucking like, I'm a sober dude. I don't belong in a fucking bar. Are you? No, that's fucking. I can't pick up a drunk person. That's not okay. They'll come up to me and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I can't be like, "Waiting." This is not okay. This is not a good look. And when you tell people you're an alcoholic, it's confusing. People don't understand, so I gotta explain it. And I tell them, you know, alcoholism is a lot like homosexuality, you know? It's a choice. Come on, that's a joke. Uncross your arms, baby. That's a joke. Come on, please. My God. It's a disease. There you go. That's a fun one. There you are. Just put it in your pocket. Take it home. Tell it at work. Look, hey, you're looking at the ground and hating me. Fucking relax. I'm telling some woman yelled at me during a show, and she's like, "That's not funny. I have a gay friend. Everyone should have a gay friend." It's like, oh, okay, my clear joke is not funny, but you could use a human as a commodity. That makes total sense, you know? Everyone should have a gay friend. They're on sale right now, 2 for $1 at Wegmans. Go pick them up. Oh, man. Yeah, man. I also, you know, I don't know. Look, I know I'm a lot to take in, okay, physically. I get it. We don't ask to be born into what we are, you know what I mean? This is just shells. We're just spirits inside. I didn't ask to be born and look like the lead singer of the Paul Giamatti Jug Band. That's not it wasn't my request, you know? And look, we're in a weird time. You look at someone and you judge them immediately, but yet we're supposed to accept everything, you know? And people look at me and I get it. They look and they go, straight white man. And I get it. Yes, on the outside, I am a straight white man. But on the inside, I am a gay Jewish mom. Like, that's just who I am, you know? I can't help that. I'm sorry. What? That's who I am. Hey, look, I ain't gay, okay? But I ain't straight neither, so what's up? I treat it like, if I'm with a chick, dude, trans, I treat it like a checkout at the grocery store. Either way, paper or plastic, I'm double bagging. You know what I mean? You gotta be safe. Come on, you don't want to get disease or nothing. And the sex talk I got when I was younger, my mom and grandfather sat me down, and my mom said, when you're with a woman, make sure you wear 2 condoms. And my grandfather looked at me and goes, listen, if you're going to wear 2 condoms, you might as well just stay home. So, Poppy was raw dogging it. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm very huge germaphobe. I'm super afraid of disease. And also, I don't want to get a woman pregnant. That's an 18-year disease. That's a fucking awful, that's an expensive fucking disease. Could you imagine? Jesus Christ. Anybody in here have kids? Good on you. Yeah. Fuck them. That's why I love New York. It's just a city of perpetual boys and children. It's fucking, I shouldn't say it that way, but I fucking love it. Dude, I can't. It's fucking stupid. If you have kids, what? Our age? Are you kidding? It's a financial goddamn responsibility. What if your kid needs braces or school? Like, what the fuck are you thinking? And also, you gotta be fucking mature. Kids are sponges. They'll fucking repeat anything you say or the media or some fucking shithead at school. You gotta be fucking I'm not mature. I'm 31 years old and I still bend my cat to make it look like he's sucking his own dick. What am I gonna do with that kid? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, Kyle, suck your penis. I'm kidding. I would never name my kid Kyle. It's disgusting. All right, well, I gotta go. You guys have been very fun. Give it up for everyone you're gonna see tonight. Bye.
All right. Give it up for Ian and his fun substitute teacher energy, huh? Look at Ian. I love Ian's like, look, I know I look like a straight white man. Is that what everyone is thinking when they see me? I know I'm the typical straight Adonis. Even though I look like a gay rodeo clown on his day off. That mustache smells terrible. There's no way that's a good smelling mustache. Geez, gang, how we doing? Everybody, thank you for coming. This is great. What's going on with me? How about just Thanksgiving, huh? Are we fans over here? You like it? I don't know. I really got to get it together. I am fat as hell, you guys. I gotta fucking chill out with that being fat as hell. I know what's happening, what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna fucking, I know what my future holds. Cause I'm like today was my first day of like, I'm just gonna eat veggies and fucking steaks. That's healthy. Fuck you guys. I'm trying to do like low carb, which is essentially like you eat a bunch of vegetables, then you can also just have bacon. So I just had like 8 slices of bacon and eggs, and that counts. So I'm on the diet so far today. And I went to the gym. I'm pretty wiped. The fact that I made it out here after doing like a couple of I did this. Pretty tough. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be a fat guy in the gym in January. That's what my fate is. Because I'm trying to 2017, double the bread, double the head. That's my motto. I'm gonna take that money up and I'm gonna get sucked off mega. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to slim down for it. That's my goal anyway. So I'm trying to lose a couple lbs. So I know I'm going to be a fat guy in the gym in January. Do you know how those people are treated, guys? Like, if you go to the gym as a fat guy any other time of the year, people are like, hey, good for you. You show up in January, everyone's like, ugh, another New Year's resolution piece of shit. Just greasing up the treadmills. Right? You know the look you get as a fat guy in the gym in January? It's the same look a Republican gives his daughter's black boyfriend. Right? You get like you won't be here long. That's the look. Next scene. Was that you pro-Republican? I don't get it. Yeah, that's not nice. Don't talk about Mitt Romney that way. There's no way Mitt's down, right? Anyway, who cares? I don't know. Yeah, it was tough. I went home for Thanksgiving. Had to see my family, which is tough. It got me thinking, as a society, we are really tough on dads that abandon their families, right? We're pretty tough. I think that's fair to say. But when it comes to just a shitty dad that sticks around, why do they get a pass? I don't fucking get that. Yeah, my dad came to my soccer games, but he was hungover and he knew there was free Gatorade. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't count. He's just eating orange slices trying to fuck my friends' moms. That's not. Hey, you get a ride home, right? Because me and Timmy's mom are hitting it off. I just love that image of just a child in a fucking. I would have loved to hitchhike. Yeah, my dad sucked. I just hated it. He ate all the fucking snacks. That's fucked up, dude. You're supposed to be a snack provider. You're not supposed to take the Capri Sun out of your son's mouth. That little yellow straw is not for a grown man's mouth. That is so odd. I'm jealous of people who have good. You have a good dad?
Yeah.
You did. I could feel it. It's emanating off you. Do you know what I mean? You have confidence for some reason. Did you? You had a good dad?
Yeah.
Nice. And how's your life? Good?
Yeah.
What are you? How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. First of all, anyone who's a fan of ours is already. That's we're setting the bar. But what do you do? Do you have a good job?
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm a copywriter.
Okay, for what?
It's an ad agency that does marketing for health and pharmaceutical companies.
Okay. Sounds boring, but you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? Mad Men style? Is that what you're doing? Is that what Mad Men is? Ad copywriting? Are you Peggy? Are you Peggy in season 3? You're gonna have to talk in terms of TV for me to get it. Television and cartoons if possible.
They do distribute a lot of alcohol in the office.
Nice. Do you still get to fuck secretaries and that's a cool thing when you just
We
hey.
have had. I've only been working there for 2 weeks, and we've had 2 secretaries.
2 weeks? What the? You can't claim that as your job. 2 weeks. What did you do before this?
Bartending.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! You're a 26 3/4-year-old bartender, and now you're fucking got 2 weeks of a real job, and you're bragging about having a good life. Your dad was not good. Your dad was not good. You thought he was good. That's a type of bad dad. Is the dad that tricks you into thinking he was good while he doesn't do shit. All right, that's fine. We're done talking, sir. What's your name, buddy?
I'm Ben.
Ben. A nice round of applause for Ben as a subscriber. Well, I am going to get you a drink, Ben. Thank you. fuck. I don't know. I'm lazy as hell, and I haven't really written any jokes, so I don't know what else to talk about. I think I'm going to be celibate from now on. I think that's my next move. It's just like, so, it's not that I don't want to fuck. It's it is. It is that I don't want to fuck. So all I'm saying is, nobody better try and fuck me tonight. Because I will not break my vows of celibacy. No matter how hard you try. It's tough. Dating's tough because I have like a very specific kind of woman, like a very specific kind of type, and that's just any woman that will fuck me. That's my type. That's not true. I said no to someone. Did you know you could do that? You could just not accept sex. You could just be like, I don't actually like you or want to have sex with you, so I'm not going to. Pretty tight. I felt like felt powerful as hell. That's actually, that's a lie. I actually did fuck her, but I felt bad about it, and then I thought about what it would be like if I had said no. And it would have been awesome, you guys. So I'm going to try that again, probably tonight if anybody tries it, so don't get any ideas. Again, if there are any nice women who want to have sex with me, and then, watching Netflix or something, because I am getting lonely. It's cuffing season. You know what I'm saying? But again, don't try and... Yeah, am I great to cuddle with? Sure. In the cold months? Yes. I'm who you want. But like I said, please stop pressing me, because I'm not having sex with you and dating you until it gets nice outside, when you'll upgrade, inevitably, to a jacked guy. Do you know what I mean? Maybe a Ben. Maybe a Ben, he's fucking writing copies for 3 months and he's not fired for lying about his resume. Because how the fuck did you not have a job until... Do you know what I'm saying, Ben? You know why it's fishy? Because you're 27 and you were a bartender before this.
I was also interning at the place where I work now.
Okay.
So it was like,
for how long?
Since like June.
Okay. Before that?
Before that I was unemployed.
Okay, how long? You got a chin thing. You do this a lot. When you're lying. Do you know what I mean? I can tell. I used to play No Limit Texas Hold'em poker, and I'm very good at taking people's tells. Huh?
This is just like I do when I think.
Okay. You're an emoji. You're just like... When I'm innocent, I do this. I'm not going to fuck with you anymore, Ben. But I'm very skeptical of your whole life. But, I don't know. What else to talk about? I don't know. I feel like dating is kind of weird because we're a very weird, like we're a very repressive culture when it comes to like, especially like women's sexuality. Like if you have I have friends with kids and shit, and it's like if they have a son, they're like, hey, go fuck a bunch of cheerleaders, champ. Get out there, right? If they have a daughter, they're so weird. They're like, no one lays a finger on my princess, right? And they'll give like a weird speech at prom or whatever. They'll be like, don't you fucking, to their date, they'll be like, don't you dare touch my baby girl. And they think they're helping their daughter, but they're not. They're harming her. Because like now the kid's all nervous, so he's not going to fuck good. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to fuck. It's like, he gave some weird hillbilly speech. They're still fucking. That's why if I have a daughter, I'm going to take the exact opposite approach. I'm going to sit her boyfriend down. I'm going to be like, you look at me, buddy. You answer this question, okay? Do you eat pussy? Because if you think you're fucking my daughter without eating pussy, you're out of your mind, pal. Alright? Let me see those fingernails. What do we got? Get yourself a manicure. Here's a 20. If they can rib your nails, also. I don't know. We're weird about daughters. We're also weird about moms, too, you know? It's like, if some young dude wants to offend you, we're like, what's their go-to insult? It's always like, I fucked your mom. And it's like, I fucked your mom, bro. And that's supposed to really sting. You know what I mean? Which I don't get. Because, like, my mom's seen better days. I'm supposed to be mad she's pulling down 20-year-old dick? Good for you, Mom. You deserve it, girl. Guys, if you're not laughing at that joke, You hate your mother. So, all right, that's my time, guys. That's me, huh? Oh, my God. Killer show. The next comic coming up is so funny. One of my faves. Good dude. Guys, please, big round of applause for Jordan Temple, everybody. Come on.
Yeah, give it up for Star one more time, huh? And the Cum Town Boys. Yeah, I'm that Republican daughter's boyfriend. Yeah, it's me, nigga. So, I was doing one of my favorite things today. I was listening to Randy Newman. Yeah, I love Randy Newman. He has a great song called... Actually, a friend of mine the other day, he actually called me Randy Newman. And I feel like it's the first time anyone's ever understood me. Randy Newman is great. He has a satirical song called Sail Away. It's written from the perspective of a slave trader who's trying to convince prospective slaves to come to America. It's great. It goes up. In America, you get food to eat. Don't have to run through the jungle and scuff up your feet. Be as happy as a monkey in a monkey tree. So climb aboard, little walk, sail away with me. Sail away, sail away. We will cross the mighty ocean in the Charleston Bay. Boom, boom, boom. Sail away, sail away. We will cross the mighty ocean in the Charleston Bay. And then he wrote the Toy Story soundtrack. Who has that kind of range? I love Randy Newman. May he rest in peace. He's still alive. I just hope he's resting well. I need Randy Newman in my life because I've been a little bit depressed lately, which I think is fine. I think some of my greatest leaders have been depressed. I think Jesus was depressed. Clearly he needed Zoloft or something. Like, he washed strangers' feet using his hair and tears. If you had a friend who washed strangers' feet using his hair and tears, you'd be like, at least I'm doing better than Jesus. Also, there's a scripture in the Bible that just says, Jesus wept. Jesus wept. That means somebody saw him crying and was like, yup, that's what he's doing. Try to help him at all. That's why I read the Bible. Just a lot of bad friends. I read the Bible, that verse was like, Jesus wept. And then I went and asked him if he was all right. And he says, not one big thing, just a lot of little small things. So make me read the Bible. Clearly some of y'all are very sad. Laughing at that. That's fun. Understand where Jesus come from, though. A couple months ago, I was having some suicidal thoughts and depression. And I told a friend of mine that, and they told me to check myself into a psych unit. So that's what I did. I spent 5 days in the psych unit. And I know you guys are looking at me like Jordan. But you're so handsome. And well put together. But you know what they say, black don't crack, only psychologically. The first night I was in there, my roommate snored so loudly, like I couldn't sleep, so I asked the night nurse for a room change. And they didn't have any other rooms, so the first night I had to sleep in a padded room. And the first night I was in there, I was thinking, man, I am always in there. She said, you know what your problem is? You don't allow yourself to feel happiness. And that's why I knew I was depressed, because she was Russian, and I feel like that's the saddest kind of white person. Like, I don't know what a Russian has to do to become a therapist, but I feel like they really earned it. Russian therapists are kind of like similar to like black people. Like, black people and Russians can realistically only be like 3 things, really. Like, black people, it's like rapper, basketball player, rapping basketball player. And Russians, it's like tennis player, chess star, first lady of the United States of America. You know, that's why I see a Russian therapist. It's kind of like seeing a black fly fisherman. It's like, I don't see a lot of you, but clearly you earned it. You deserve to be there. I watch a lot of interracial porn. And not for the sex. I just want to see a black man interview a white woman for a job. The porns I watch, black dudes that have better jobs than I've seen black dudes have in real life. be like lawyers, business owners, cello instructors. Never seen a black cello instructor. Actually, only know 2 black people with job security. My mom, a city worker for 30 years, and Kenan Thompson. Something cool in the news. You guys see Harriet Tubman's going to be on the $20 bill. Yeah, I think that's dope, especially for rap music, because now Make It Rain will be referred to as emancipation precipitation. Yeah. I love that joke more than I love my girlfriend. Yeah, my girlfriend is white, that's what she is, it's not a come up. And I was talking to her today, she was like, can you go one day without addressing the fact that I'm a white woman? And I love her, so I thought about it. No. Well, she is, and then the roommate butted in, she was like, you stereotype white women a lot. And I was like, yeah. A white woman would say that. One time I was with my girlfriend and a roommate. We had come back from a drag show, which I have to say I love watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, I love that show so much. If I was ever murdered in the street, my dying words would be, I love watching RuPaul's Drag Race. We were laughing about the show on the other side of subway platforms. This guy was yelling at us. He was like, what are you laughing at? You keep laughing? I'll fuck you up. He got close to us, knows how much bigger I was than him, looked at me, my girlfriend, and a roommate, and just goes, oh man, I didn't mean to disturb you and your family. He was so scared I made him progressive. Not her, because I was ready to fight. I was not ready to be a single father. One of my girlfriend's gay friends came to visit us from LA recently. The first night I ever met him, he had a 3-hour-long argument with me about how he understands black oppression because he's gay. And I was like, bruh, can't we just watch RuPaul's Drag Race? It's Bob the Drag Queen's time right now, not a time for politics. And then I sashayed away from that conversation. Sashay away. Shantae, you both stay. I don't know. I date a lot of white women, mostly because the dangers we experience apart are neutralized more together. Makes sense. And my girlfriend is kind of like a bulletproof vest I can have sex with. One time we on the subway platform facing each other, standing behind me, looking in her direction, was a guy like licking his lips. It's like putting on chapstick for way too long. And she felt nervous, held my hand, felt safe. And standing behind her, looking in my direction, were 2 fully uniformed police officers. And I felt nervous, held her hand, felt safe. And then the cop started putting on chapstick. I was like, baby, you're on your own. Our criminal justice system is flawed. Like, I don't know if you know, in the United States, over 800,000 people are incarcerated for nonviolent crimes. It's messed up. I know it was bad, too, when I was a kid. I was watching cartoons thinking, not a single Scooby-Doo villain really deserved to go to prison. Imagine that first day, villain's in there, asks the cellmate, hey man, what are you in here for? And he's like, larceny, 12 counts of battery, murder in the first degree. You? Or me? Oh, I am. Chase some teens to a haunted mansion in my grandma's nightgown. Somebody's like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for some meddling kids, a talking dog, and an overly punitive criminal justice system. You killed 3 people? Damn, I miss my family. When I bent over that time, that was him getting fucked in the ass. Fucking goofy bitch. I don't know. This happened to me recently. I was pulled over by the cops in a cab. Yeah, did you know they could do that? Yeah, they put on their lights, whoop, and the cab driver was like, I don't know. I think I'm good. They came, they shined their lights in the back seat. They're like, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure this cabbie is alright. We had some robberies at gunpoint tonight. And I was like, I don't know. I think he's good. It made me nervous because, like, as a kid, like, cops would come to my school and read books to us, but, like, in that moment, I felt like I was in a Dr. Seuss book that was trying to demonstrate racism to children. It's just like, cop I am cop I am. I do not like black man or woman. I would not like them on a boat. I would not like them on a go. I would not like them eating cookies. I would not like them wearing hoodies. I would not like them anywhere, to be honest, except my fantasy basketball team. They came over like, where you come from? I was like, a comedy show. They're like, where you going to? I was like, a comedy show. They're like, oh, you're a comedian? Tell me a joke. And I was like, you just pull over my cab. Nigga, that's the joke. I grew up in a large Muslim community. I remember growing up, I was very afraid of ninjas. So the first time I saw a Muslim woman wearing a burqa, I was terrified. When I got older, I felt sad for them, because being a Muslim woman wearing a burqa controlled by a husband is sad, but looking like a ninja with no ninja skills is sadder. Literally, the only thing a Muslim woman wearing a burqa and a ninja have in common is, in order to survive, they both need to be quiet. Yeah, my mom doesn't really like that joke. She always says if you don't have anything nice to say, then you're just like your father. I didn't really grow up with my dad, so I watched a lot of Family Matters. And I love Family Matters because it was proof that black people can have things white people have. Like autism. Family Matters was a show about an autistic kid who terrorized the cop and his family. They said in the theme song, it's a rare condition. Urkel had autism. I told that joke one time after the show. Guy came up to me after, I was like, that was really offensive. I was like, it's not like I called him retarded. He was like, you shouldn't say the R word. I was like, I can say the R word. Some of my best friends are niggas. You guys are great. I'm Jordan Temple. Thank you. Give it up for the Cum Town Boys.
One more time for Jordan. Thank you. We're going to keep the show rolling. Everyone put your hands together for our next comic. Very funny comedian, Sarah Tolamash.
Yeah. Hi guys. It's fun. You guys have done Uber Pool, right? Alright, cool. I did it by accident a few weeks ago. Like, I didn't know I signed up for the pool part. So then I had the driver come and pick me up, and then he went to go pick up another person. So I thought I was getting murdered. And I still didn't say anything. I was just in the back seat like, oh, never mind. I don't want to be a bother during my murder. Yeah. I was like, what was the other option? Fight for my life and be wrong? I'm like, sorry for scratching your eyes out. My bad. It would have been awkward for the next guy to come in. We're all bloody. I thought I did regular Uber. We're cool now. We're good. I'm not getting murdered. So that's good to know. I just got my cable and my IUD installed. The bundle package. Time Warner's doing some really great things these days. So I have like 100 channels and no kids. I love it. It's great. But I did get an IUD. Any ladies or a weird guy? Yeah, good. All right, cool. I got one. I did no research for it. I just went into Planned Parenthood and I was like, what are all the girls getting? And I was like, great. Let's just put that in me. For 7 years. I think I did more research buying a cell phone than I did on getting something stuck in me for 7 years. Like, I have no idea what it looks like. Like, it could be a Lego piece in there for all I know. Like, no clue. But it does stay in you for about 7 years, and then when the 7 years is up, they take it out, and then I open it up and look at all the stuff that I put inside of it. Like, oh, look at all these memories. My baseball cards. It's like a really cool time capsule. It's so cool. But I got a well woman's exam beforehand. If you guys don't know what that is, it's where female comics go for material sometimes. I'm like, I need more pussy jokes. I was like, right this way. But a lot of times when you go there, they ask you questions about your sexual health, and one of the questions they asked me was, how often do you give yourself a breast exam? And I don't really that often, or not at all. Like, I just have small breasts, like I see it, you know? I'd be like, oh, there it is. Like, I know my inventory pretty well. I'm never like, oh shit, there's more breasts back there that I forgot about. But I didn't want them to know that I was that irresponsible, so I thought the appropriate response was every day. Ugh, I overshot it by months. I thought it was like flossing. I thought you'd floss and then check your breasts every day. But then I'm like, what girl doesn't touch her breasts at least once a day, right? Like, at least inadvertently, they're like these weird, goofy flesh mounds on her chest, and sometimes they itch. You know, they're kind of like our balls, I guess. You know, like, I know guys touch their balls all the time. Like, my fiance touches his, like, all the time we watch TV. He says it relaxes him. I was like, is it? The TV works fine for me. So I'm just saying, don't use our remote when you come over. But I feel like they don't even ask guys how often they give themselves a testicle check because they touch them all the time. They're probably just like, how were they this morning on the train right here? Good. I feel like most of you guys are from New York, right? Cool. So you've seen people cry in public a lot. That's like our favorite pastime. Like, I've only seen girls cry in public. Like, I've never seen a guy cry in public, but I have seen a guy masturbate in public, which I think is their crying. Like, I guess it's because we don't have a car to cry in or masturbate in, I guess. That's why. Like, I saw this girl crying on the train the other day, and I felt so bad for her. Like, I wanted to go up to her and, like, teach her how to cry on the inside. You know? I feel like you learn that as you get older. Like, I'm crying right now. Can you guys tell? I'm crying a lot. Right. And I have a shitty landlord. Do you guys have a great landlord? I'm like, who has a great landlord? They all suck. Mine's bad. Like, he does this thing, instead of fixing it, like, if I have to call in with something that's broken, he'll just accuse me of horse playing. Like, I did it doing something stupid, so he's not accountable for it. Like, I called in because my shower head fell off, and he was just like, Sarah, you can't be hanging on your shower head like that. I'm like, I'm not hanging on a shower head. Sarah, who's been hanging on your shower head? I'm like, I don't know, maybe my other 30-year-old roommates, maybe they're playing hostage or something. I don't know. So now I just call him with problems that he thinks are happening, where I'm like, Joe, every time I roundhouse kicked the overhead lighting. I broke the doorknob by dancing with it. When I take a crap on the carpet, it won't flush. What do we do? I'll be over there. I have, like, mold on my bathroom, and I feel like he'll just be like, you know, Sarah, just take a shower with your door open, you know, to let the air come in. And I'm like, what about, I don't want my guy roommates to see me. And then he's just like, Sarah, you just wear a bathing suit in your shower. And then when you want to clean your private parts, you just pull your bathing suit away. Okay. I'll just stand in this water. So bad. I'm lazy. Like, I have items on my to-do list that I haven't even completed from 3 years ago. So I've just decided to merge it with my bucket list. And I've always wanted to go skydiving and get my license renewed before I die. Maybe activate my Panera card. Does anyone have a Panera card in here? Anyone? Is it activated? Like, who's activating a Panera card? Like, you have to go home, get on a computer, and then log into, like, 2 screens to get 50 cents off sandwiches. Like, I'm paying full price. But yeah, it's bad. What else? I been reading a lot of stuff on Facebook lately, just like headlines. I don't really go in depth. And then, like, I read this article recently. I'm trying to write clean jokes, but sometimes the Lord will just give you like a jizz article, and you're like, I guess I'm gonna have to comment on that. But I was reading this article about how this guy got arrested for jizzing into the food at the restaurant that he worked at. You guys don't like that? I love it. That's my favorite. But I feel like that's kind of like a perfect crime in a way. Like, who's calling that out? You know what I mean? At a restaurant, like, you have to know for sure that is jizz on your food, or you just look like a crazy woman at the restaurant. You can't just be like, excuse me, waiter. I think somebody ejaculated onto my salad. And then I'm like, man, that's cilantro. And you're like, oh, I thought it tasted kind of funny. I didn't know what jizz tasted like. Also, that sucks to be the floor manager on that shift. Like, how do you compensate for that? Where you're just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that somebody jerked off onto your food. Can I get you guys a free dessert or something? I wonder what restaurant that was. I picture like Applebee's. I feel like their food is always like looks like it's covered in jizz. But that's why I always ask myself. I always assume that everywhere I go in New York, like, is this everything jizz? I know. Sorry. Another article I see. This one happens like once a year, and it's been going around forever. And it's an article where it's like scientists suggest ingesting semen on a regular basis to help your mood. And I'm like, nice try, scientist. I think I'd rather just be depressed than eat cum every day. No one likes cum. It's gross. This one I read. I read this article about these monkeys in a zoo that they had to get rid of. I don't know, I can't remember what kind, but they got rid of them because they kept 69ing each other in front of the children. I'm assuming it was everybody, but like kids couldn't go to the exhibit. And I was like, why don't all the other animals just do this if they don't want to be in the zoo, you know? I just picture the one monkey that's like, why don't we just like 69 each other? I'm like, alright. That was good. I don't know why I put jizz jokes in the middle of my set. It's like a little molten cake. Put the jizz in the middle and then do some religious jokes at the end. Like this, I was watching football with my friend recently. We were watching the game, and one of the players scored a touchdown, and he thanked God afterwards for scoring a touchdown. And then my friend got so offended because he was like, you know, God has better things to do than help some guy score a touchdown right now. But then I thought about it for a moment. I was like, I don't know, maybe football is like God's Facebook. You know, like I know when I have a lot of important stuff that needs to get done, like I don't want to deal with it. And that's when I'm on Facebook the most. Maybe God's like, oh, so much stuff to take care of in Africa right now. I'm just going to help this guy score a touchdown for 5 minutes. Then 8 hours later, he's like, fuck! I haven't done anything over there. It's such a mess. Let's get to it on Monday. And he's like, oh no, Monday Night Football. All right, guys, thank you.
Have a night for Sarah, everybody. Jizz isn't so bad, right? Right, just checking. Taking a quick poll. This is a nice jizz anecdote. I was real sad about an ex-girlfriend that I had, and I was like, oh man, I think I loved her and stuff, but she just swallowed 85% of the time. That was it. That was why I was so into her. It's like if you were a bake, if I love desserts in this hypothetical, and you date someone who's a baker, and then she also sucks your dick a bunch, and then, anyway, that's, I just opened up to you guys, and then you just, you take my personal information, and I like getting my dick sucked, and you turn it against me. That's me. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm sorry. I'm open, and I love jizz. But I don't personally love it. I mean, I like that it's out there. It's a fun consistency. We'll all admit that. Anyway, all right, enough. This is a great lead-in for you, buddy. We got another great comic come to the stage now. One of my favorites. Super funny, guys. Please, big round of applause for Mike Racine, everybody.
Hi, everybody. So, you guys all Cum Boys and girls? Huh? Nice. I like that podcast a lot. I played it for my girlfriend this weekend, and we got through 40 minutes of it, and then she was like, can we fucking turn this off? I was like, they're about to make fun of Asians, though. You want to miss that? We're already invested. Anyway, do you guys like living here, or do you get sick of it sometimes? Sick of it, right? I'm tired of people saying New York is the greatest city in the world, just because it's never a world traveler saying that. It's always some overweight guy who's like, New York is the greatest city in the world. And then you're like, well, all right, what's your number 2? And he's like, I never left Queens. But we got the best pizza. And one time Derek Jeter fingered my sister. Yeah, New York. But I don't know, maybe that accent makes people sound stupid, because my girlfriend's from Staten Island, and you? Yeah. Nice. What do you like, the Ninos or Joe and Pat's? Where's your line in the sand? Joe and Pat's is better, right?
Or Lee's.
Yeah, she likes Lee's too. What about you? All right, Jesus Christ. All right, good night, everybody. Yeah, she's a speech pathologist, but sometimes I listen to her talk, I'm like, how do they let you work with children? She's like, Timmy, repeat after me. My father will fucking kill you. She's like, I'm going to go to the mall and walk my dog. Come on, dog. TDAWG. Dog. She's like, if you leave this Denny's, it's over. We were talking the other day. I really, I love this girl to death, and the other day she was like, I think we're going to spend the afterlife together also, we're going to be together forever. And I was like, well, all right, I can probably not cheat on you for 60 years, but I don't know about eternity, that's kind of a tall order. But then I was like, what if heaven is just a place that you go that's not that different from here, and you just get to cheat on your wife, and you never get caught, and you don't feel bad about it? Wouldn't that be great? That's the only difference. God even covers for you, She's like, Jesus, have you seen Mike? He's like, his fucking phone died. Leave him alone. You're paranoid. Holy hell, we were at the diner and you didn't have a charger. You lunatic. You basically get to be a Puerto Rican man. That's what heaven is. You just get to fuck around with no remorse, and you never get caught. Huh? What do you guys think? I hope so. Jesus, he was stuck in traffic. There's still traffic, but it doesn't even bother you, because you get to, all right. I made my point. But yeah, I like living here. You know, I feel like I'm not like a very educated guy. Like when I was 22, I watched this documentary about 9/11, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, there's no way those buildings could have fallen down. You know, but then like last night I watched this mafia documentary, and they were interviewing this mobster, and he was like, yeah, you see those towers? We built those. And I was like, oh, that's why they fell. He was like, it's almost like steel. But, you know, living here kind of sucks because, like, you have to have a roommate. I feel like it's my dream to, like, live alone. I want my own, that's, like, all I want out of life. I want my own apartment. But then, like, there's so many ways you could just die alone in an apartment. You could choke on a grape at, like, 1 a.m. and the bodega's closed, and then you're dead. You could get crushed to death by your Murphy bed. They don't find your body for, like, 3 weeks until it starts to smell, you know? But then when they get there, they're like, this guy must have been a CEO or something. Good for him. Anyway, any bigots here tonight? Like racists or homophobes or whatever? I am not I'm not a homophobe, but like my grandparents are a little bit. So sometimes I feel like, what if in the future my grandkids are okay with stuff that I think is wrong, but then I'm the bigot because of the stuff that I believe? Like, what if I have grandkids who are, like, blowing dogs someday? And they don't see anything wrong with that. And they're just like, what is your problem, Grandpa? Really? Grandpa, it's 2064. We can suck dogs' dicks if we want to. I'm just like, no, Kevin, you blow human men, okay? That's who you blow. What the hell's the matter with you? We do not have dog homos in this family. We just call them dog homos. I was like, you're embarrassing me. I'm like, Kevin, you blow a man or a woman with a penis, and that's it. We didn't raise you like this. He's like, Grandpa, name one reason why it's not okay. Like, the dog is into it, I like doing it. I'm like, I don't have to answer to you. My wife's like, my daughter's like, let's put Grandpa to bed. And I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. Nobody was blowing dogs in my day. He's like, actually, a lot of people were. They just had to, like, hide who they were. Live in secret, basically, because the world was such an ignorant place. Okay, with people like you in it. I'm like, no, stop blowing those dogs. It's not right. But, I think about, like, where homophobia comes from, you know? A lot of it comes from New Jersey. That's where I'm from. A lot of my friends' Facebook pages. One of them shared this thing the other day, this meme. They were like, 2 men can't create life, and neither can 2 women. Share if you agree. And I was like, well, that's not wrong, so I shared it. You didn't say anything that's not true. But then I was like, why do we need more life? There's so many fucking people. Every time I drive on the BQE, I'm like, please more ass fucking now. A baby woke me up on a plane the other day. I was like, you could have shot that load on some guy's head and you ruined my day. Like this piece of shit baby. Like, I think heterosexuality is, like, useful if you're, like, trying to survive. If you're like, guys, we just landed, we gotta survive the winter. So you two, okay, try to make some houses. You two, make some people. And you two, stop licking each other's pussies, okay? We got work to do. But now we're evolved. Now we have, like, Netflix and chicken nuggets. So, like, go blow that guy. Who cares? This joke might be getting into a little hacky territory, but if you guys like it, I'm gonna keep it in the act. I was reading this article about they're making these sex robots for women now, but I don't know if that's like a problem. You know, if you're a girl and you need a robot to have sex with you. Like, shouldn't they make a robot that, like, hangs out with you? I just feel like my girlfriend would enjoy that a lot more than just some robot who's like, and then what did your mother say? That lady at work can't talk to you like that. But you know how I feel, everybody? I feel like we're all garbage. That's my philosophy on life. Nobody's better than anybody. Yeah, every person is garbage. And if I ever make like a comedy special, that's going to be the name of it. It's going to be me in like a big theater just calling people garbage. Like I'll be like, "You mind telling me your name, sir?"
Jason.
I'll be like, "Jason, you're garbage." And then I'll be like, "How about you, miss? What's your name?"
Whitney.
I'll be like, "Whitney, your mother lives in a pile of garbage." But I'll be like, "But folks, listen, we're all garbage, all right? Cops are garbage, firefighters are garbage, children are garbage. Good night, Philadelphia." Yeah, and then people like love the special so much that I can like go on tour. Like people come to my shows with T-shirts that say, "Please call me garbage." It kind of becomes like Don Rickles insulting you, you know. But then I just get so rich that I can't connect with people anymore. So my act gets all like weird and existential. And I'm just on stage. I'm like, "Yo, folks, trash is garbage." Rubbish is garbage. But sometimes I don't even know if garbage is garbage. And some guy's like, "You used to be funny." So then I end up hanging myself. And my suicide note says, "I'm garbage." Thank you. So a couple of days ago, I went to this Italian restaurant, and I went to the bathroom. And on the sign of the men's room, it said "Signori," and then on the women's room, it said "Donne." And then on the handicap bathroom, it said, "If your legs not working, you shit in here. More easy for you to shit." Then next to that, there was a sign, and it said, "But if you were born a man and you feel in your heart you were a woman, you piss anywhere. We don't care. Some people are bigots. They worry about pedophiles entering the ladies' bathroom. But what if you're a pedophile who's a man and you're attracted to little boys? Nothing is stopping you." And I was like, "Oh, all right. That's a very progressive, some progressive wops over here." And, I haven't had calamari in a while. So. All right, you're beautiful, guys. Thanks a lot. Good. Thank you.
Mike Racine, everyone, one more time. He's one of the real ones, one of the real New Yorkers. I remember I moved here, and I would like, I would watch Sopranos and stuff growing up, and then like I didn't hear anyone talking that way, and then I just like would like see like a couple like old guys just sitting on like folding chairs in the middle of the sidewalk, and they'd be like, "Wow, it's the real ones! It's the real ones! They still have them here! I'm gonna Instagram you without your permission." Some real New Yorkers. I've been here for 2 years now, guys. Clap it up, I survived. Yeah. So, I mean, if I could sum up living in this shithole, it's really nice, actually. The building's really big. Okay, if I could sum up living here in one sentence, which is a really dumb thing to do, to make blanket statements, whatever. It's 8 million people of different races, creeds, and ethnicities who are just all looking for somewhere to go to the bathroom. Right? Just everyone is about to shit. That's why everyone's rude, right? Because they're just like, "Oh, I gotta go find a place. There's nowhere to poo. There's nowhere to cry." Sarah was talking about crying in public. Men do it too. I've done it. I found out, if here's a pro tip, if you need a cry, you're in Midtown Manhattan, you go on your phone, the Google Maps, and you look up an H&M or a Uniqlo, and then you just go and just pretend to shop and cry. And that's where you can be perfectly alone. That's like where you can be the most alone. Pooping, I learned the hard way. When I moved to New York, okay, so before I moved to New York, I was dating this girl. We had a life together. We had a cat together. This whole thing. And then she started getting DJing lessons from my best friends. Yeah, then she started getting DJing lessons, and they fell in love with each other. They just got married a couple months ago. And yeah, the worst part about it was I had this recurring nightmare, which was the two of them. Him teaching her how to DJ, but it was like the pottery wheel scene for ghosts. You know what I mean? Just kissing the back of her neck with his hand. Ugh. Anyway. So when I moved here, I was really sad about it, and I used to have these panic attacks at like 5 a.m. I'd wake up and think of something horrible and then be unable to go back to sleep. So that morning, one morning, I had a panic attack that I hadn't had a vegetable in 5 months since my girlfriend left for my DJing best friend. All right, that was the panic attack of the day. So I got up, I put my pants on, I went to the Key Food, I bought kales, I bought salad. I was making salads and smoothies and stuff all day. And flash forward to 11 o'clock that night. I was sitting on the subway platform, and I had 6 months of vegetables that I'd eaten in one day. And I was just pacing around the platform. I was like, you just moved here, you don't have a job, don't be a bitch, you're a real New Yorker, you gotta just take the train like every New Yorker. And I was just trying not to shit my pants. I was on the G train, and then I was waiting at Court Square. I was at the end of the platform, and I see the train coming, so I start like slowly walking towards it, and it stopped like 2.5 miles away from it. So I started running, the doors closed, and that was the summer the G sucked dick. You remember that summer? Anyway, it doesn't matter. This isn't going to play well for the podcast either. There are people in Germany listening to this right now. Anyway, I get on the train, long story short, I poo-pooed in my pants. 27 years old, poo-pooed in the middle of the night. I was sitting on the train with dump in my pants, and I remember there was an old nurse. She looked like she just got off of like a really long shift, and she looked at me and she like smelled, and she was like, "Oh hell no!" She like got up, and it was like really embarrassing. And I was also wearing shorts at the time too. Yeah, so I did poo-poo in my pants, and I had to like elevate my legs so that the caca wouldn't fall out. It was rough. Anyway, I get back to Bushwick, where I was living at the time, and I'm just walking through the streets, and it's like 1 a.m. at this point, and they're just turds falling out of my shorts. So much so that the next day someone would see it, and they'd be like, you need to pick up after their dog. You know? And it wasn't a dog, it was a man. It was an adult man. Crapped his pants. Anyway, long story short, summertime, New York, classic. Some kids on my block had popped a fire hydrant. I saw the geysering water like a block away. And as I was walking towards it, I was like, I'm going to make an executive decision right now. So I just took it was the middle of the night, there was no one out, so I just took my shorts and my underpants off, and I just squatted with my asshole, my dirty poo-poo asshole, over the geysering fire hydrant so as to clean myself. And I'll never forget this. There were 3 Puerto Rican boys on bikes that just materialized. Just out of nowhere. And they just saw me there squatting like over the fire hydrant and crying. And they looked at me and they're like, ugh. This dude gay as hell, man. My man is gay as hell, dude. I got this face where, like, two things. People feel no hesitance to yell at me in public. I just have this face where people feel completely comfortable yelling at me, just chastising me. And also, people all the time, I'm not making this up, show me disgusting shit. They feel like I'm not, well, he's not a tattle, look at him. He would never be brave enough to tattle. I was on the train on Saturday night, and I was sitting next to this fucking dude in a hoodie, and he had an Ireland flag neck tattoo, but it wasn't like a flat Ireland flag. It was the flappy kind, you know? The wind going through it. It's nice. Yeah, nice. And the doors closed. We're at 34th. He was like, "Oh, fuck, yo, was that Herald Square?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was Herald Square. You just get off the next one and go back." He's like, "Oh, fuck, man, my wife. I'm texting my wife right now. I'm trying to go home and fuck my wife." Which, A, is the worst brag, right? That's a terrible brag. To be like, to brag about, I'm trying to go fuck my wife. He's like, "Yeah, she's sending me pictures right now. She just wants to get fucked right now." And I was like, "Well, that sounds like you're in a good, loving relationship." It sounds really nice. And he's like, "Yo, you want to see this shit?" And I was like, I didn't want to, like, him to call me a faggot. So I was just like, "Yeah, okay, let's see your wife." And there was like a picture. There was one of the pussy with the two fingers. That's a classic. And he was just going through the pictures, and then, like, I think he wanted validation. I think he wanted me to be like, "Oh, I would fuck the shit out of your wife," you know. But I was just like, "Oh, it's nice. It's good. It's good. It's good boobs and a good butt. She looks good." And he's like, "Yeah, she don't give a fuck if I look at other women. She's like, she's a down-ass bitch." And I was like, "That's what we're all looking for right now in our lives. I'm glad you found your down-ass bitch." Anyway, there's like these three like drunk finance fuckheads across from us on the train, and they're like watching this go down. They're like, "Yo, can I see those pictures of your wife?" Wild. I'll do one more. If you're my friend, you've probably heard it. It's getting cold out, right, guys? The cuffing season. Stav brought that up, right? You know what this is? You find someone at the beginning of winter, the first person you can find, and you have sex with them for the next few months until it gets nice and you have sex with someone better. You know, Stav established this. It's not interesting. I don't know. I'm realistic. Okay. I got cuffed last winter by this girl who was the same ethnicity as my ex-girlfriend. Not a big deal to me, but apparently to everyone else. I'm a fetishist. I'm a fetishist right now. She saw a text from a friend of mine. She was like, "Oh, yo, bring your new Korean." Pretty fucked up. Weird. Weird that my friend Kelly would text me that. I don't know why she would say that. She saw the text. She was obviously very offended. We got in a fight. We were on the way to her apartment. I'd never been to her apartment before. And I went into her bedroom, and she had a picture of Larry David and Woody Allen right next to her bed. That's right. She's a freak, right? She's the fetishist. I am the hunted. This spindly Jew, Eastern European stock, that's what she's into. There's enough girls in New York, I feel like. I didn't get laid before I moved here. I had girlfriends that I tricked into having sex with me, but I never was like a single guy. But then I moved here, and there are like enough girls that have seen Annie Hall to think that it's acceptable to have sex with this. So shouts out to that fucking pedophile, dude. My man, not guilty, y'all. Not guilty. Y'all got to feel me. All right. That's my time, I believe. Nick, I'm going to bring you up next. No, we're done. That's the show. Nick is refusing once again to do stand-up at our show. I'm publicly shaming it.
I'm tired.
What did you do today?
No. I downloaded Mars Attacks. And I ate too many barbecue chips and I couldn't watch it.
Too many barbecue chips stopped you from watching.
Well, my gums hurt and I tried brushing my teeth and it didn't do anything.
So he gets barbecue chips.
This Patreon thing's gonna kill me.
Why?
I can't have like nothing to do all day.
Let's kill Nick. Let's kill. At 10 G's, you kill yourself.
I like the evolution of your act though. Then you just do black guy voice at the end.
Oh, yeah.
You're killing with black guy voice.
I felt.
Y'all motherfuckers feel me.
Man, Woody Allen.
He's gonna get a yay yay.
I don't like this.
Adam's gonna be saying the N-word on stage in 6 months. He's gonna be like, "Where my at?"
He laughing. He laughing because he knows.
My man up here laughing. Oh, he know Woody Allen. Look at his shoes. I'm there wearing sandals. It's the middle of February. It's not February. Everyone thinks it's February, but everyone's laughing.
I do really want to get a 12-button eggplant suit.
That's the best. Where do you even get those suits?
NBA draft.
Can we do that?
That's the Emmy of black comedy. Is one of those suits.
Yeah.
They award you that.
We do have to get dumb clothes. Like we gotta get suit. We gotta get
all clothes look dumb on you. You're not a clothes guy. It's true. You don't have a clothes body.
Yes, all bodies.
That's a compliment. It's a half compliment.
Huh?
I'd say.
Do you guys follow Stav's erotic Instagram?
That's what I mean. He's nude. Awkward.
That's Stabby baby. I'm naked in every pic.
It's very hot. There's that thing on Instagram where you can like look up like what your friends are liking. So Stav just is always liking like 50 pictures at a time of like just like not the best looking people. And I'm always like, what's going on? And then you told me you have a program.
It's a damn algorithm. I'm trying to get my shit out there.
Let's
get the body positive movement on board. I'm trying to be the mascot for the body positive movement.
I like that you're like, oh, I'm trying to lose weight. And you're like, yeah, I just got this program that presses the like button for me. I don't know why I can't lose weight. I'm doing anything.
I have fucking delicate fingers, man. What do you want from me? It hurts.
Dexterity is.
It hurts to do
that's
that.
That's hard cardio. That's wrong.
I need a finger brace.
Oh, that was good.
You got me.
Nick, you got him.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
I think now officially this is mostly podcast people here right now, right?
Clap, yeah. This is your first show. That is your first show.
Who's the first? Yeah.
First show here, clap.
This
clap.
guy.
All right.
Get this guy a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Sorry, if we have any left.
Do we have any?
No.
All right. Well, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You guys have fun?
Yeah. Thank you all for coming.
We'll be here when?
Boxing Day, the 26th of December if you're in town. We're going to be doing it again here. Apparently, we just qualified for a residency, although I thought we had one for the last 3 months.
Don't talk shit just in the venue about the venue. You know what I mean?
No, I just thought...
Well, no, the first one I kept talking about how it smelled like piss and they had us back. So, it doesn't smell like piss anymore. You'll notice that. Fix that problem.
We'll get that back for Boxing Day. But thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.